Number 5, he was a 3-time Pro Bowl tackle for the Tennessee Titans. He's currently suing the Tennessee Titans because of a surgery that didn't go as well as he would have liked in 2020. That's Taylor Lewan. So I think Taylor Lewan would be a great
That's a real good one.
heel in the world of professional wrestling. He's a big guy, right? 6'5", left tackle. He has the resume.
Tatted up.
He has the personality. Great podcast, Bussin' with the Boys. I think they've been trying to get Rich on Bussin' with the Boys for like a calendar year
Almost
now.
a year, yeah.
Yeah. Is he ever going to go on it?
Not until the bus has a motor.
Oh, he won't go on the bus until it has a motor.
Yeah.
Brilliant, because I don't think the bus is ever going to have a motor.
It's never going to happen.
Big fans of both of those guys and their podcasts as well. So Taylor Lewan, number 5 on my list of NFL stars who would make great WWE superstars. Number 4, George Kittle. I mean, this is obvious, right?
Yeah.
Like I played tight end in high school. I love tight ends. The tight ends are ruling the world. It was the strongest position in the draft this year. And we saw Kittle. Were you there when Kittle came out, TJ?
I was there, man. I was in the house.
How was it? How was he?
It was great. Like, the thing is, when you have that many people at SoFi, many of them are foreigners, many of them don't watch football. I don't think a lot of them knew who George Kittle was. But for those of us who did know who that was George Kittle,
awesome.
We definitely popped for him.
All right. Number 3 on my list. This is another one that I was really, really proud of coming up with. DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
How
Obviously.
good would this guy be?
Obviously.
I mean, he's shaped like a martini glass. He's huge. You got the person. You got it all.
Yeah.
He could be
the hair.
He could be good.
Yep.
He could be a villain.
Yeah.
He can be whatever you want him to be, and he could be the heavyweight champion of the world.
Daniel Jeremiah said he was a human bat suit. The way the man was built.
You're right. That's a great one. I haven't heard that from DJ before. All right, number 2, I got a combo platter here. It's going to be a tag team, Travis and Jason Kelce.
Makes sense.
Right? It's good. You got the one brother who's they're both uber athletic, right? I don't want to take anything away from Jason just because he's a lineman. He's a little more portly than his brother. But I think I love the brother tag teams. I think that would be
the best tag teams in the world.
I think that would be great. And number 1 on my list, the baddest man in the NFL, Rams defensive lineman Aaron Donald.
Oh.
Yeah, look at the guy.
I mean, I don't think we hear or see enough of Aaron Donald because he's not out there as much as some guys are, but I think he will be a badass WWE superstar. So that's my top 5. TJ?
Well, I love your list. I kind of kept some guys off my list because I figured you would have them on yours.
Oh, so I'm a casual wrestling fan.
No, because Aaron Donald and DK Metcalf, I'm like, you'll probably put them on because it makes sense.
Oh, you figured I'd do DK, huh?
I mean, look at the guy, man. Like you said, he's got the hair, he's got the look, he's got the build, he's got everything. Let me just give you 5 that I had off the top of my list. I also went with some brothers. In the history of wrestling, the best tag teams are always brothers, whether it be Afa and Sika, whether it be the Steiner brothers, whether it be Booker T and Stevie Ray Harlem Heat, whether it be the Briscoe brothers, whether it be the Hardy Boys or the Young Bucks. Nick and Joey Bosa. We got the Bosa brothers in there. Yep. I think they could be a dominant tag team. Chandler Jones I have on my list. As you know, his brother's John Jones, the UFC heavyweight champion, the baddest man on the planet. So you have to figure that some of that probably trickled down to Chandler. Chandler probably caught a few L's growing up to John, right, Dan? So he had to have picked some stuff up from his brother.
His other brother Arthur played in the NFL,
and his older brother Arthur played as well. And so in a pinch, if something happened and they had like a 6-man match, he could always call up his 2 brothers to come to the ring and help them win some type of trios title. Then we got Micah Parsons, who I just love, because Micah Parsons, it seems, could do anything. He can play football. He could play linebacker. He could be on the line. He could probably play running back. He sat in the chair that you're sitting in and hosted half the show for us. And I feel like his personality, his size, his speed, everything could make him a good professional wrestler. And then we have a rookie, Siaki Ika. Just got drafted by the Browns. And, Polynesian wrestlers have been some of the greatest and most popular and most over wrestlers in the history of the sport. From the High Chief Peter Maivia to Snuka to the Tonga Kid to right now the biggest attraction in wrestling is the Bloodline, Roman Reigns, the Usos, Solo Sikoa. So I feel like Ika could fit in there as a professional wrestler. And then you always need a guy who's like the ladies like. He's handsome, and I only know he's handsome because Rich and Brockman say it every time his name pops up. He dresses well. You need someone like Jimmy G in there, the style and profile. You know, he could be like this generation's gorgeous Gino Hernandez. If you don't know, do some research. But I think Jimmy G would be the guy that all the ladies would swoon over, and maybe he could take over ownership of Space Mountain from Ric Flair.
Ravishing Rick Rude.
Ravishing Rick Rude type. I don't know if he has the...
All right, we'll get one more.
Oh, there is one more.
Sorry,
no, you were good, Mike. Here's something that you might not know. There's a coach in the NFL who is a pretty decent high school wrestler. Mike Hoskins, the biggest Bill fan that we know. He didn't know this.
Oh,
Bill's head
McDermott.
Coach Sean McDermott.
Oh, really?
I would Sean McDermott was a two-time National Prep School Wrestling Champion. I think he was 61-0. He only got taken down one time in his wrestling career. And if you need a mouthpiece, a manager, an advocate, if you need someone to come out and just like work with a wrestler but jump in the ring when need be, you got Coach Sean McDermott because he could really take you down. And maybe we pair him up with the Alpha Academy with Chad Gable and his number one guy, Otis. Make Sean McDermott part of the Alpha Academy. And he'll twist you up like a pretzel is what I'm saying, Dan.
Okay, I get that. You never want to mess with somebody who has cauliflower ear at a bar,
that's
right?
rule number one.
You just don't.
And if you don't know that, if you go anywhere, whether you're in a bar, you're in a restaurant, you're in Walmart, it seems like something might pop off. Just check the guy's ears. If they're a little cauliflowered, then it's not the worst thing in the world for you to go, you know what? Let's just go about our business and walk away. Because chances are you're going to get, belly to back suplex, and it's not going to work out.
I thought you were going to say Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell was probably too big to wrestle in high school. He wrestled heavyweight, right? But like McDermott's tiny, which brings me to this question. What's the smallest superstar in the WWE?
That'd be Rey Mysterio.
How tall?
Rey is 5'7", somewhere in there.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that existed.
Oh, yeah. He's one of the greatest of all time.
Wow. Nobody knows what he looks like, right? Have everyone seen him without the mask?
Oh, yeah. He's been unmasked before, just not in WWE. Back in WCW, as you know, Kevin Nash, you know him. They got in a match and he lost his mask. So.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.